From Rome! This is a very spontaneous trip. I just planned it 2 weeks ago because I really want to meet my American friends. And now I'm in Rome with my Turkish friend. Hello Alish!
Hi.
So, me and Alish, we worked together this summer in Norway. And now he wants to travel some more. And actually I convinced him to travel a little bit. Yes, so I'm not coming alone in Rome, but I will stay alone 2 days before my friends are coming. And we booked a very nice 2-room apartment with Airbnb. Very surprisingly, the pictures were awful. Like, the place looked extremely small, but this place is amazing. I will just show it to you. Sorry, Alish.
That's okay.
We got some brunch in the neighborhood and then we went to explore the city, but it didn't last for long because
It's super rainy. We got this weather. We are fucked up. You are very lucky compared with me. Of course. We were stuck 2 hours in a cafeteria because of the rain, and now
Take that way.
okay. And now the Colosseum
It's closed.
is closed.
after checking the street artists, we reached a place called La Passe, which is only 7 minutes walk from Colosseum. It is a cool restaurant with really nice music and very good prices. I spent 10 euros for a burger, a huge burger.
Someone is really happy. What did you got here? Huh? Someone will share it with me.
I need to, and I will steal your from your fries.
Thank you. Now we checked out for our Airbnb, amazing flat. And actually we had access to the roof, but we spent so much time in the city, so we didn't manage to see it before. And Alish is ready to leave the country. Unfortunately.
With 1 week before the trip, I was looking into couchsurfing, trying to find a place to stay, but for a destination like Rome, it was a bit too late, even though it was the end of September. So I got a hostel for the next 3 days.
I just arrived to the Baths of Caracalla. Pam pam. And if you are from a country from the European Union, then you get 50% discount more or less everywhere if you have under 26 years old.
I grabbed a quick lunch and then I decided to get lost in the city. without checking where I am or where I want to go. I really love to have a day of traveling without using Google Maps or without being interested in any attractions. Somehow I end up spending some hours in Travestere, where I was also able to see a small wedding.
Allora mi sa che andiamo giù perché ci avranno ristorante. Dove ce l'ha? Eccola qua.
Somehow I managed to get very close to the Vatican and the sunset is amazing. So I will run to take some shots.
Vatican City is an independent city-state ruled by the Pope, who is the head of the Catholic Church. I recommend you to visit it twice, in the morning and in the evening, and I'll tell you more about what to visit and how much it costs in the last day of my trip when I'll manage to enter the Vatican Museum.
Today I just want to hang out with locals if it's possible, because tomorrow my friends are coming. How I'm going to find these locals? Simple, I'm going to use Couchsurfing.
Or to be more specific, I will use the Couchsurfing app. So you need to install the app, of course, to make an account if you don't have one, and then you go to the section Hangouts and become available. Then you need to write whatever you want to do, to grab a lunch, to grab a coffee, to go to a karaoke, whatever that is, and people will ask to connect with you. And it is your choice with whom you want to connect or not, and then if you choose to connect with them, you'll create a small group. You can be 2, 3 or more people, and then you're able to chat with them and decide a place to meet up and so on. Some people are really skeptical, and that's why today I'll meet Andrea to prove you guys that Couchsurfing Hangouts is not scary, and if the people you're going to meet have good references, there's nothing to worry about.
Hello Andrea! I hope it's okay if I'm filming a vlog. Sorry.
It's going to be your vlog,
Yes, you are going to be in my vlog. I love it.
That's cool.
Amazing parking. Rome with locals. Thank you.
Together with Andrea, I visited Piazza Navona, the Pantheon, the Spanish Steps, Largo di Torre Argentina, and of course the famous Fontana di Trevi. I need to mention that it was a wonderful experience to have a local by my side, so thank you so much, Andrea, for all the history lessons and for the small chat about the past travels. I didn't enjoy visiting these famous attractions as much as I did Travestere the other day. I don't know, maybe because it was a Saturday afternoon and it was super warm and super crowded, and somehow I felt like I've seen more people just trying to get a perfect shot than beautiful architecture. Day 4 was the big day, and finally I met my friends. Since for them it was the second day in Rome, we walked around the same famous attractions I visited with Andrea the other day. After saying goodbye to my friends and being so tired from walking all day, I decided to take a boat trip because it was only 15 euros for a 24-hour ticket. had absolutely no plans for the rest of the evening until a friend of mine called me and he told me he's living in Rome and he wants to show me the hidden gems. Our first stop was Piazza dei Cavalieri di Malta.
You can see the cupola of San Pietro.
This is amazing.
But more than that, you can actually see 3 countries: Italy, Vatican City and Malta. The second spot was the seaside.
Wow.
In a hope for a better view, we decided to check Fontana di Trevi. It was around 3 o'clock in the morning and, to be honest, I expected less people. In the last day of my trip, I had only one purpose: to visit the Vatican Museum. The first mistake which I did, it was to take a public transport, especially early in the morning. The transport in Rome is like really slow and overcrowded, so I missed 2 metros because I couldn't get inside. The second mistake was to believe all the tips I've seen on YouTube. For instance, it didn't help me so much visiting Vatican Museum on a Monday morning off-season because the queue was still insane. The third mistake was, of course, to not buy an online ticket. So I had to buy a skipped online ticket, which cost me 33 euros, and even with that ticket it took me over 40 minutes to get inside. Other tips for visiting this museum will be, of course, the dress code. You need to have your shoulders and your knees covered, so don't forget about it. Bring a lot of water because it is extremely crowded and extremely warm inside. I think a fan will help a lot, and probably the most important, buy a guided tour or at least an audio tour.